This is the city room of the Bronx Times. Frank Miller is at his desk waiting for his next assignment. Frank's a reporter who covers local news, jewel robberies, cornerstone layings, four-alarm fires. At the moment, he has no story to cover and is able to take it easy. In fact, he actually has time to read the paper, but not for long. The city editor wants to see Frank right away. In the brusque tones that apparently must be used by all newspaper editors, the boss reminds Frank that the no smoking sign means him. Then he gives him his assignment, a feature story on the Adult Center at Howard Taft High School. Well, this at least is different. That night, Frank visits Taft Center to start on a story. Do all of these men and women want to go to school? That's news in itself. Let's see the man in charge and find out why. Now, our reporter is ready to meet the man who can tell the most about the whys, whats, and hows of Taft Center. And here he is, the Taft Center director, Mr. Sidney Silverman. First, Frank wants to know what courses you can take at the center. And Mr. Silverman explains that the students take just about anything. Last term, there were close to 200 courses. These courses can be taken by anybody who's interested. You just have to be 18 years of age or older. There are no other requirements. Last term, 7,400 men and women took courses. Their ages ran from 18 right up to 83, and they all feel the center belongs to them. Well, let's see some of these courses and some of the men and women who take them. Here's a class that's very popular, typewriting. Beginners are training for jobs as stenographers. Experienced typists are improving their speed in order to get promotions. ASDFG, HJKL, and EGBDF. Thanks to cardboard keyboards, every beginner has his own piano, at least his own 88 keys. Once he's learned the notes and fingering, the student gets a chance at the real thing. This is learning for pleasure, sheer pleasure. Sounds good, too. If you don't want to play, you can always listen. The teacher plays recordings and piano selections. Beethoven, Mozart, Chopin, Gershwin. You just relax and listen. In the choral singing class, however, everyone participates. It's community singing, and everyone sings. All together now, sing good and loud. For talented musicians, there's the Gotham Orchestral Society. This student orchestra, under the direction of a professional conductor, gives concerts in the Taft Auditorium throughout the school year. What do you play? Woodwind? Brass? string? If you're a musician, you belong. Photography has become a big hobby, especially with the men. Some just want to learn to snap and develop a good picture. Others want to learn the works, from a simple box to a complex press camera. There's even a home movie group, and a film workshop course for men with a touch of Cecil B. DeMille in them. No Bobby Jones or Ben Hogan here, but they're learning a universally popular adult sport. Keep your head down, and 4. Or maybe you like your exercise indoors. There's nothing like calisthenics to keep the figure trim. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Kick and kick, kick and kick. This lady is operating the traditional potter's wheel in the ceramic shop. A blob of wet clay and a whirling potter's wheel have stirred the imagination since ancient times. During the day, these hands pound a typewriter, wrap cartons, push a mop. Tonight, they mold fine ashtrays and design graceful figurines. It's fun, it's relaxing, and it gives you something to show off to the folks at home. This lady also has the pleasure of creating something fine, a dress for herself. The sewing machines used during the day by the high school girls are used at night by their mothers and older sisters. Of course, there's nothing unusual about women learning dressmaking. But what's this? Here's a young lady in the woodworking shop. In fact, there are several ladies in the class. And they know what to do with a chisel or plane, too. Oh yes, men do take this course also. But men or women, carpentry shop or glee club, they come to Taft Center because they know it's their center. The butcher, the baker, the TV repairman, night after night, they come for the courses they want. And when they don't see what they want, they ask for it. Even sweating over a hot stove can be a pleasure, or can it? Here's a class in food preparation and dietetics. Experienced housewives as well as newlyweds take it. The men, of course, show up just in time to eat. By now, Frank himself is interested, and Adult Center is news. But there's more to the story. The most popular classes are probably those in drawing, painting, and other artwork. Each term, hundreds enroll in these art classes, and hundreds more are turned away. No special talent is required. All you need is enthusiasm and the desire to try your hand with charcoal stick or sable brush. The art teachers take care of the rest. No wonder the art classes are so popular. Here is a practical application of training in painting and drawing. These students in an advanced class are creating a mural for the entrance to Mr. Silverman's office. By day, they are an elevator operator, a housewife, and an auto parts salesman. At night, they are Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo. Well, not quite, but the satisfaction is the same. Parlez-vous français? Mais certainement, monsieur. This may be a classroom in Taft Center, but these people travel abroad every week. For practical reasons as well as cultural, these students come here to learn Spanish, French, Italian, and Hebrew. Stress is placed upon conversational ability and fluent speaking of the language. In this class in child psychology, these parents are finding out why Junior refused to eat his oatmeal this morning. In the other psychology courses, you can learn why the boss was so grouchy today and how to get hubby to buy you that new hat. After all, it's all psychology. Something that was asked for by the students and has proven quite popular is this class in modern dance. Here's a fine opportunity to develop grace and muscle control. All those lovely young ladies and one young man. Pretty smart fellow, isn't he? After basic training in modern dance techniques, the students put on their own performance. Registering for these courses is a simple procedure. For a small membership fee, you may take as many as 5 courses, one each night, from auto maintenance on Monday to current events on Friday. Or maybe you just want interior decorating on Wednesday evenings. Most of the people who do the registering are volunteers from the Student Council. The community life of Taft Center depends upon the Student Council of volunteer members from the various classes. These are the men and women who come to Taft Center, and by their coming make it what Taft is proud to be, their neighborhood community center. To learn, to create, to have a place to come to grow, to make friends, to get away. They come 7,000 a term. Men and women from all age groups, from all sections of the city, with many different interests, come here to take part in these activities. Clerks and accountants, housewives and businessmen, newlyweds and grandmothers. That's the story of Taft Adult Center. There's a lot to it, Frank realizes. It should make a good feature, a story worth telling. Now, he has to get back to the Bronx Times and write up all of it, just as he saw it. Classes are over. Frank and the students leave in a slowly streaming crowd. They're leaving for tonight, but the students will be back tomorrow and the night after, next week and the week after. They'll be back. At his desk in the city room, Frank types out the story of what he has seen. He wants to get them all in. The close to 200 courses, the 7,000 students, the teachers, the piano lessons, the art classes, the workshops, the modern dancers, the school-wide shows, the volunteer members of the student council. For they are Taft Adult Center. It's done, and the story's ready just as the city editor calls for the copy. Here it is, boss. Just read it. The boss does read it. Not bad at all. Good, very good. There's a lot doing up there at Taft, isn't there? Yes, boss, there sure is. Have a cigar. But that sign, boss. What sign? Take this cigar. It's the only bonus you'll get. Take it. And that's how the Taft Center story made the headlines. And that is why one evening in the fencing class, a news reporter and a city editor join the thousands of men and women who are the Taft Youth and Adult Center.